Welcome back to another episode of Running in Circles. And today, there's the camera, we're going to be playing another healer. Isn't that fantastic? Today's teams, Chen Malganis, Falstad, Alarak, and Stukov versus Tychus, Johanna, Valera, Anduin, and Kira. This is the new patch. This is the start of the new season. This is three placement games in, so I am Diamond 2. Feels the same, man. Anyway, I wanted to play Stukov today because everybody else had stuff highlighted, and I wanted to let them play what they wanted to play. So I didn't have a heal going on to this team in that moment. It was a little bit no-brain of me, but the silence is honestly the whole reason that Stukov is so strong, and to be fair, I think that was more useful than killing people. They did plenty. We turned off lots of abilities and made sure that the enemy team couldn't kill our people. So, I think that's more important than healing, right? Oh my god. Ugh. Just need to chop off my tongue. Just need to talk with nothing but my vocal cords. That's okay. Anyway, where were we? We're basically Sky Temple. Our team is high enough on the MMR band that most of us understand that macro is going to mean more in this map. We do have OP Chen. We do have the global presence, and we do have the Alarak. Enemy team does not have as much as we do in terms of map pressure, but they do have plenty in the way of team fight. So, especially with Kira, they can kind of run it down whenever they want to, and their Tychus should essentially be able to take out Malganis real quick if we're not healing him up fast enough. But I don't know why I'm the one soaking this lane. You know. Here's some stuff going on here. We got a big push going with the Giants, so I guess I can't be too worried. The Giants are full health, and enemy Giants are coming in. So let's pop back here. Look at that lane clear. Isn't that great? I just got so much experience for our team. Anyway. Sorry. Keep trying to like punch myself in the face to make it stop hurting. There's the yoink. Can't get past the silence puddle, so we gotta get Anduin to pull her across, but that's totally fine. That is a huge cooldown for our 14-second cooldown, which is a perfect trade for me. One of the things that I probably should talk about is the build. At level 1, I like Spine Launcher because it puts a slow on our auto attacks, and they're still pretty decent for being ranged. I mean, they're not the... Oh my god, that's dead. Totally dead, yep. But being able to attack their team from range is pretty important, especially with all the dives that Kira and Joe and Valera... What the fuck is Valera building? All of that dive that they have is really important for me to be able to stay away from them. So that's super cool. The other talent, this is pretty much standard, I think. The Vigorous Reuptake at level 4. What this does is when you have your healing on 3 people or more, it's going to do an extra huge chunk of healing, which is really, really good at saving people. So basically, once people go below half health, if you have enough heals spread out, hit that D button, give them the D. Give them the D virus. See what I did there? Anyway, and then heal them back up, so it's, you'll see it a few times here, but it's a huge chunk of health. The Valera does not want to stick around and fight. I completely understand, because she really can't fight me without me. Oh my god, look at that. Falstad getting away just barely. Got the Malganis in the middle. I am being attacked. Oh, Jesus. Shen's jumping in. Spread out. the silence, pulling everybody into it, stopping so much shit from happening just immediately, turning that team fight on its head. There it is. There's the slow on Akira, making sure she goes down. That is a 5-man team wipe, putting us 2 levels ahead on the enemy team. Would you believe it? And now I gotta try and remember what I was gonna say before we got there, and it's completely gone, so don't ask me. I will never tell you. What we should be doing at this point, since the objective is coming up next time on the bottom lane, is putting damage on the bottom towers. We could totally get their giants after the wall's down, but everybody decided that the camps were more important, and we're just gonna do whatever it is that we're doing. So, that's great. Chen's doing fine. Chen's actually doing a fantastic job just standing in the top lane, soaking. Building-wise, that lane is pretty much sealed. Once we get the objective spawn up there. And, oh, bummer. Like, they also saw Chen doing a great job, so they wanted to make sure he couldn't any longer. Yes, Valera's building Q. She was going to run a bit more in a straight line, but did not. Gonna get silence on Kira. Cole isn't gonna save her. Alarak confirming the kill. Again, still going in. Big silence. Gotta pull back into it. Can we seal the deal? Nope. At level 7, I did take the long pitch to increase the range on my W, because at level 13 we're going to take virulent reaction, which lets you root people in your silence if you hit them with your W and you pop it on them in the silence. I know that's a whole lot to take in. But basically, you throw your W, you put your E on the person that got hit by your W, and then you hit the B button and they're rooted and silenced for 2 seconds. It's insanity. But anyway. Yeah, there you have it. Right now we're just playing the objective because that's all Sky Temple is. I just want to make sure Chen has enough health that he doesn't get ganked and exploded again. But it doesn't look like the enemy team is at all concerned with him because they're all in the middle lane. Gotta run up to them, see what's going on. There's actually 4 of them. And then the Kira stopped trying to soak. There goes the false stat to deal with it. That's pretty ballsy there. But your team is here, so I understand. Get the Tychus out of here so he doesn't build in with that minigun. Ooh, big ult from the Mal'Ganis, getting a lot of his health back. Looking for the opportunity to drop a silence. Gonna pop a big heal first. Everybody's back up to full health. Are ready to go back in. Gonna miss the silence completely. We have Jones back here. Looks like we're going Tychus instead. Tychus goes down. And, yeah. Now what do we do? I'm just gonna get some mana real quick, because that seems like a relevant plan. Make sure that I can heal my buddy. Jen especially. I had a crush on Jen, because he was playing so well. So aware of the soak that he needed, and the macro that was going on. Appreciate the living hell out of that. Valera knew she didn't want to come in on that because I could just punch her so far across the map. Looks like they're still thinking, hey, no, you're not going to see what you were thinking. We don't have 3 people here, so our fields aren't going to be huge, but they're still going to be big enough to save our buddy Jen. Nobody died. We brought 4 people on the enemy team up to the top lane while our bottom lane just pushes to its heart's content. And now I am going to ask for some assistance on the camp. Thank you, Mal'Ganis. I appreciate your efforts. Looks like we got Chen coming down too. Everybody's coming! Except for Alarak, which is still fine. Here we do have a talent advantage, so the better off we are soaking, the better off we'll be in the future against the enemy team. The Kira is building Q, which I personally personally enjoy, but I think there may be better builds. So, and especially with the few videos. But anyway, Mal'Ganis going in, big light bomb on top of Joe. Trying to get ourselves in there. Come on, they're all stacking up in the corridor. Where's the silence? There it is. Got the root on the Kira too as she tried to walk through it. And then just like that, running it down on the enemy team and killing the living shit out of all of them. I'm kind of hoping that the thing's gonna pass, but it didn't pass very fast, so had to wait to recast it. Didn't pass fast, had to wait to recast. Oh, say that 10 times fast. Chen is channeling the bottom altar. Enemy team does not seem in any way concerned. Oh, there's Valera. She's going to fight our big panda buddy. False dad's on the middle. Yeah, there's no way you can take him. Oh, she just walked out of the bush. We're looking for her. I don't know why she did that. She should have, when she did that, because she was in that left bush, she should have invisible and then walked towards our towers, because the towers don't see only the forts do. So if she walks along the towers and up, she gets out. But she walked into our team and got her face rocked. So, not gonna do this boss call. It doesn't look like everybody's on the same page. We want 16 first coming from the Alarak, so I can believe in that. And just do what we're best at, healing up our panda buddy. Trying to get to the Mal'Ganis to spread the queuing time didn't happen. It's not a fairly short set. Ooh, got the pull out of the root. So I don't have my vigorous re-update here. No big heals coming. Can't do anything to stop you from dying, buddy. It's too far. It's coming back in a sec. Pass it one more time. There it is. Everybody's basically full health now, so if they do try to engage on us, it's going to be tough. Let's grab this here healing fountain. I'm reading talents right now is what I'm doing. So at level 16, what we ended up taking was Super Strength, and what I should have done is put it on him in blue, because he went in, didn't get gun silent. Oh my god! He is gonna live! We blocked the Blessed Shield with our E. Big pop there. What Super Strain does though is anytime. Oh man, almost dead. Let's not do that. Oh, it's just underrooted. That's okay though, because Johanna's condemned. I'm not. I fooled you. I knew what I was doing the whole time. Yeah, there we go. Come on, nailed it! No more and doing. What Super Strain does is Johanna's condemned count is done, her Blessed Shield count is done, Light Bomb is done, and then Anduin's Root. All of those things trigger Super Strain armor, and all you have to do is have your Q spread to people. So you don't actually have to heal them with it to get the armor, you just have to have it off. So it's actually incredible, because the amount of Q that you should just throw out all the time, because it's on such a low cooldown, is pretty. It works really, really well. Same thing, like I could just put it on myself, and then suddenly, if I get hit with a stun or a root, I get a fuck ton of armor. I don't know what I've been saying this whole time. Apparently, it just feels more. What am I thinking about? I don't play this hero enough. I swear to God, this seems to be. Oh, nah, there it is. Wow. Yeah, I completely didn't realize what I was talking about. I got this one confused with this one. But this is still fantastic because it essentially, I mean, it does the same thing, right? That's a huge chunk of health that they get immediately if they're stuck. Talking out my ass. That's what I've been doing. I just played like 10 games of this character in a row in quick match, and I was picking that every time thinking that was the armor talent. You learn something new every day. Look at that. It's probably because all of his talents are really stupid. I mean, they're cool, but they don't actually relate in any way. I also like universal carrier. That in particular works with probably works better with biotic armor. Damn, he exploded. Lots and lots of CC percentage health damage on him. Nothing he could do to get out of there, even though he had his ultimate ready to go. Let's go get ourselves a camp because oh god, Fall's dead. Well, we're gonna get a camp, but let's watch this. Why would you walk that way? What's going on here, friend? Why are we standing out front of the wall? Jesus. Got hit with the blind. I mean, are you really surprised? Anyway, we've got giants on the core here, so eventually the enemy team is going to have to respond to it. Kira just walking into the slow, throwing her Q in the exact wrong place. We're going to slow her down with our auto attack. Try to hit the slow with our W. Nailed it. Sealed the deal with our autos. Our autos do slow BTW in case that wasn't. Oh, I almost got it. They did push him away from me, so he didn't get the shield, but we got pulled by the Shikana Condemn. Can we get in range to reach? Oh, man. All dead. Missed her with her W. It is a very slow traveling projectile, but Chen still managed to get her in. Honestly, he's where all my faith in his team really is anyway. Give him the old GG, because we've got the channel templed in. We've got the whole channel. Wow, words are hard. You ever notice that? Sometimes stuff doesn't make sense, you know? It all works perfectly in your brain. Game's over though, that's how Sky Temple works. I know, it's incredibly anticlimactic. I wish it was cooler. It's just Sky Temple. It's never been. Ever. Don't ever expect this never. And the fact that they put it back in rotation after saying they were going to take it out. Ugh. I would so much rather have Garden of Terror than Sky Temple, because this map is just ultra dog shit. There's too much macro. It's just way too much annoying crap. But anyway, we died one time, but we healed 58,000. That's pretty good, considering. And let's see, damage-wise, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Yeah, so here's the talent again. Spline Launcher at level 1, Vigorous Reuptake at 4, the Long Pitch at 7, 10 is Massive Shove, Virulent Reaction at 13, Super Strain, which is not to be confused with Biotic Armor, at 16, and then Push comes to Shove at 20. Your 20 options aren't super, so it's usually just the ult upgrade that you go with. Yeah. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and we'll be back. I'll catch you next time.